All right, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Interesting start to the market today for such a bullish close yesterday. Oh, hey, morning, Rob. Market was pretty bullish yesterday, especially after the close there, or towards the close there. I guess we're expecting a bit of a more bullish open. Yeah, exactly, Rob. Which makes this action a bit perplexing, if not downright makes me want to kind of double think a position or two. Luckily, I'm not too aggressive right now in the market, so I mean, I guess I am. Sound is off. My sound low. Okay, let me check. It's probably that. Yeah, our check's voice again. That should sound better. My voice is a little hoarse today, though. Yeah, somehow my voice software triggers off of my mic and goes to something else. I don't know. Hopefully that sounds better. um, yeah, so definitely a few names not where we want them to be. Some other ones taking charge, but only up about 2%. And then Workday up 6%, which these are not leaders. Toll Brothers, wow, that's pretty big for Toll Brothers. ALXN up pretty big. Jazz Pharmaceuticals in a low range. Yeah, Boeing's probably one of the only ones up, but I don't know where the market's looking right now. Mentioned yesterday, well, as we were red on the day, looks like we are losing some momentum, at least in the Nasdaq. I know the S&P. Let's check out the SPY, but the ones running today aren't leaders. So I mean, the SPY's got good signs on it here. Above the 200-day moving average on above, yes, the prior day's volume. I won't say it's good volume because it's not. Well, I guess it's not too bad. Not too great though either. Yeah, that's actually not a bad thing. Actually, when you put it like that, Rob, let's look. Actually, it looks like it could be a diamond formation. Maybe forming. Just, throwing something out there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so tight closes actually aren't bad. Tight closes are a relatively good thing. Um, I don't know, we may be pausing because we've already had a huge market rally in a lot of names. So I wonder if we're just pausing. Actually, yeah, it will be a topping pattern, diamond top. Wow, only one distribution in the Nasdaq? Tch, that's crazy. Have all the others sold off already? Must have been. So that's interesting. The amount of distribution in the current market is negligible. With one distribution day, that is pretty negligible. So fears likely unfounded at this stage, actually. I would argue try to stay with it. I mean, you're going to have a little bit of sector rotation, some profit taking, but it doesn't look like any actual distribution. UAL down 4% from yesterday. See, UAL, that's some fairly obvious distribution there. There's a big downswing in the morning, and the bounce back here, volume was really low, so we didn't really find a lot there. Some, obviously, a little bit of buying down here. Just kind of have to let it play itself out. Market gets a little fighty from time to time. We'll see. I don't know. Um, I don't want to. We've played it this way the entire way up. Don't jump out arbitrarily. Let the market get you out, and that's worked really well so far. So we're just going to keep that's the way it should be. The market should get you out. I mean, just because you feel like you have too much money or you feel like your positions are a little heavy doesn't mean they are. Sometimes they are. Sometimes when your positions are a little heavy, they are heavy. But in this rally so far, that hasn't really been the case. What? Tesla dropping the price by 5K? Morning, Ellie. Seriously? Oh my gosh, they got a badass battery pack. My tweet worked. I tweeted Elon and he must have seen it, and yeah, probably not. But it's battery day yet? Oh, NIO had earnings today. Probably not very good. Only down 5%. Huh. Actually, not bad. What's NIO say? NIO earnings show China's EV market is rebounding. Well, we'll see what happens with NIO. Well, I'll go wait. So I made a pretty epic buy on AMD yesterday. One of the few I actually, I don't I don't do that too often, but I actually bought AMD right down here. This is the only thing I bought, and it was a micro position, just kind of a test. But that was still pretty good. Yeah, I told you, Ellie, I didn't care. It was a small position, very, very small, micro position. Same with this AMD, they probably balanced each other out. But that's an option going out to 2022. So, and somehow I'm still up almost 10% on that option. Whatever. For whatever reason. Still up 10% on that option. That's funny. Yeah, some that AMD trade yesterday working out not too bad. Work is trying to break up. Let's go check out some work. Mm. Yeah, Workday's never really had a rally, has it? Maybe that'll change. It's a weird, hard. I mean, you could argue. Well, you can't argue anything. That is a nothing. Nothing in there is 100% right there. Wow, what a range. Doesn't seem like it though. Facebook acquires Giphy. Really? Why is that in the work report? Work news. 400 million for animated image database and search engine. Huh. Okay. Well, Facebook now owns them, so expect them to get weird. So, one thing I never saw Workday in that news article, so I don't know what the heck's going on with work. Anyway, I mean, I guess if you like it, it does have earnings coming up. Um, Nice little tightening range, which I don't really mind too much. Looks like a bit of a rising wedge scenario, but I don't know. It's like I'm working in a shoebox here. Kind of a change in trajectory there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's going to go back up. We don't have a lot of super bullish price action. Some bullish price action. Actually, quite a few pocket pivots here. Pocket pivot. Looks like three pocket pivots right here. And looking for some more at some point. But looks like more buying than selling pressure. Just no like major thing going on there. UAL down 4%. NIO, Space, IVR, Soxel, Tesla, RH. RH all the way back up. Basically closing up towards the top there of that gap day right there. Showing a little bit of distribution here with the market, but if the market reverses upwards, I wouldn't expect restoration hardware to stay still. Lumber Liquidators, which uses illegal Mexican flooring installers. Alexian Riot Jazz. Oh, it's AC. That's ACB. I thought it was Boeing. How come I don't have my margins here anymore? There we go. All right, ACB. That's pretty good. I kind of like that. It's not fantastic. I wish it were broader or such, but you've already kind of established very small trading ranges, kind of a lack of distribution, a little bit. I can't say it's going to continue, but Aurora, really good reaction on earnings there. Exactly. Exactly, Ellie. Exactly. You need to see volume tick up though. In my opinion, that's what the 5 minute chart's good for, is to show you small changes in trend lines such as this, and then volume uptick. We don't have the volume uptick yet, but you can see here to here, it's actually lower than yesterday's volume at the open. So we don't have volume uptick yet, but it could be a possibility there. Also could just evaporate. Who the hell knows? But yeah, ACB definitely interesting in this area, holding relatively nicely. I've seen these go both directions. I'm not quite sure. It's always hard to know which way it's going to go, but you just kind of have to look at the lower time frames and make sure that you see volume coming in at about the right time, constructive price action instead of this garbage price action. But yeah, if you look here, that was a massive run, obviously, and it's like a 400, 200, 200 and something percent run, and then nice, beautiful consolidation. Actually, is very nice. So try not to forget about that one. How's Oakta doing? A lot of stocks yesterday with extreme drops that closed way towards the high. Those are pretty clear reversal signals in terms of this drop being reversed to an uptrend again. And Oakta may be beneficial of, or yesterday would have been beneficiary of that. ZYXI. This one not looking too bad either. Kind of a tighter consolidation, reducing trading ranges recently. Shows lack of selling pressure. And MongoDB right back yesterday. Um, that one's pretty good. Okta looks broken. What part of it's well above the 50-day moving average? Broken to me would be a break of the 50-day. Here's your trend line. That one does look broken. Had too many lines there already. Yeah, it does look weird. I agree with you on that. Um, anyway, it's early, but yeah, I wouldn't call this a whatever candle though. This is a little more than a whatever candle. He closed right up towards the high of the day. So some selling pressure, and the selling just goes away and just ramps up the whole day. So they're not looking to distribute. They just take some profits, I guess. Oh no, I see your point though. But yesterday we had a lot of those. Like here's Ring actually turned green and bounced off the 50-day for Ring, RNG. That probably would have been a nice one to get in on yesterday. Only one I bought was I did buy AMD, like I said. I feel kind of good about that. I don't do that too often. AMD was it's called an undercut and rally through the 50-day. Apparently you can do undercut and rallies on moving averages. And had really good volume on the way up here too. The whole day it had good volume. Didn't close green, so it wasn't a pocket pivot, but still in that broader cup and handle. It was right at that other low as well, so it was a like I said a micro position, but ended up working out. Just not making much money on it. That's okay. But MongoDB yesterday, I should have re-entered that one. I took some profits on it because I was trying to. Come on. Oh, yeah, apparently I'm not gonna be. There we go. But it's already right back up. MongoDB's been in a very good uptrend. We've seen this kind of action quite a lot, as a matter of fact. And Restoration Hardware looking similar, but just further along. Not quite ready to jump back into that one, though. That one's already run a ton. Works up like 7. What do you mean plus 3, 2? Stalling a little bit up here. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no. Workday's different. What the hell was I looking at earlier then? It's not the same chart I was looking at. You know what? Oh yeah, Beyond. Sorry, Rob. I'm tired this morning. I didn't get enough sleep. Rolling over there. I'm not a huge fan of that. Seems to have stalled. Yeah, it's stalling. That's what it looks like. Undercut the 10, 20-day moving average. Looks like the 50-day still there, but definitely stalling. Not sure if I sneezed in your ear or not. I was trying to mute the mic, but I was fumbling. Beyond? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's right there. It could. It can do any. I mean, it's so close. And the only problem with this rally here is it's on pretty low volume. And that goes for most of them. Even AMD, I don't think was that impressive. Let's look though. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Yeah, yeah. Actually, AMD volume was more impressive than a majority of them. See how heavy it was all day long? And then you have all these days just nothing. So the sell-off was impressive, but there were also people interested in buying AMD. Well, you don't have that with Beyond Meat. You don't have that with a lot of the names you've looked at already on the intraday charts. I guess Beyond Meat isn't too bad. We had more, definitely more volume on the sell-off than on the buyback. There was some buying down here to the 117. But see, this one already kind of up, and I wasn't ready to jump into Beyond Meat. AMD still towards the tail end of a cup and handle pattern. So that to me gave a little bit more confidence, but not enough to take a full position size in it. Wish I would have. 57% overnight's pretty good. Oh, only 56% now. UAL taking on the chin today, 5%. Not dropping down a ton. Not a lot of selling pressure this morning either. Hopefully that'll reverse on up. Unemployment numbers came out. Still 2 million filing unemployment. So whatever openings are happening aren't really, people aren't hiring people back. That could be a bad thing going forward. But keep that in the back of your mind. It's just people's livelihoods. It's not the stock market. Trade desk in a downward sloping channel here. Yesterday bouncing off the bottom of our channel right there, and then back up above the middle. See how little time it spends down here? That is bullish, in my opinion. Spends very little time at the bottom. Even on the Nasdaq, we hit the middle Bollinger Band line and bounced, which has really acted as support for us. For whatever reason, the Bollinger Band on the NQs do a pretty good job of curtailing price action. So not really bad at all. Yeah, I think Arizona's been as well. Past week, I think a lot of people are still staying home though, basically self quarantining. I mean, I know we're not in a rush to go out and go lick everything. I know there's some people that are in a big rush to go out and lick everything, but we're not in a big rush to go out and lick. I don't need to lick stuff. Some people just want to go lick stuff. I don't know. They're weirdos. IPHI really trying to get up there. Look at all these green days. Man, that is bullish as all get out. Wouldn't even get under the 10-day moving average, IPHI. That is super bullish. You know what? I never said I was the cool kid. So that's kind of our channel in IPHI. It's kind of deep in its uptrend. ACB up there? Is it doing better? Oh yeah, we got volume. Love it. Hey man, don't underrate glue, okay? Just saying. Just saying. I like this. I'm gonna buy some. Okay, do 13. Can't stall already. We just started. Yeah, yeah, short-term one. Although stock would probably be better, but I think a play up to 20 here would be pretty good. Appear to be stalling already, though. It actually wasn't too bad for this to go up to 20. For this to go up to 20, um, in hold on, I clicked on the wrong tab. In 29 days, you're making like 60%. So it's not great, but I mean, if this thing does go on a run, as volatile as it has been here, I think a move up to 20 can happen in 2 days or 4 days or something like that. So yeah, it's not great. Just a, you're right. Um, well, it's Thursday and the move's happening now. So my argument probably would be no. I get your point. I definitely get your point. I'm looking at a 29-day option though, so it's not like I'm really. We'll see what happens. It's not going to be a big play. It's going to be a small play, which means it'll work, which means I should have made it a big play. NIO bounce back. Okay. Well, okay. So my options play for Neo is 2022. I got a 2 year options play on this guy. So whatever that's worth. I mean, it's kind of a small electric car gamble. It's nothing crazy substantial by a long shot. But I don't know, just something about electric cars. It's all this Tesla garbage. It's got my hormones crazy. RH up 1% now. Trade Desk. I really like Trade Desk. This has been a leader for a few years now. Kind of botching it lately, but If it can turn it around, maybe it'll do good. Cup and handle here, although a very deep cup. Yes, Rob, we should have. You are accurate. You are right about that. But that was stupid. This is genius. It could also be stupid. I don't know, but I think it's. I don't know. I think I don't. I like trend lines. I got nothing else to say. I just like trend lines. I will say the volume here isn't very impressive. Not quite yet. Um, I don't know. I just feel like electric cars in the next two. I don't know. They're like everyone's making electric cars, and I may be years early on NIO. I have no idea, but it's a small bet. It's not gonna. I'm not even gonna. It's not even gonna get hurt. Not even gonna get hurt if it falls apart. So $2. You actually holding NIO, or did you get in and get out? uh, you, you go and counter my trades there. That's you can make good money doing that some days. Other days, not so much. MongoDB right back at it. I looked at my RH option yesterday, and it would have been up an additional like 10%, which meant like 40%. So RH still not looking like it wants to sell off. This thing still wants to explode up. Crazy. It's great. I don't know if I'm comfortable enough to re-enter up here. Everything is just kind of high, a little expensive. We had a nice pullback yesterday. That would have been a good time to get involved. And you already have to be very profitable in a lot of names. Yeah, RH. Well, the thing about RH is it's a very high quality name. It's an upscale name, so I mean everything about RH is good. I mean, where it wasn't in the chart was great when I bought it. Here it's a little bit higher, but I don't know. I almost think it's like just going to go straight up here to those prior highs. The way it's behaving, or at least play with them. Maybe we can go up a little bit more, another $20, another 10%. I don't know. We'll see. AMD come down a little bit. Yes, it did. So that thrust downward may have given it more time in the handle here. But that's a nice looking chart pattern on AMD. Even with yesterday's action, it's still looking pretty good. Oh, is it up? Yeah. My option was up ridiculous. That was my best percentage trade of the year. UAL may be trying to come back here. Again, massive volumes over here, so I don't know. Almost the market's going to go back to bull mode. I have way too much cash. I need to deploy, but I don't like. There's nothing. I'm just that looks like it wants my money yet. Yeah, flat's not bad. Boring is good, Rob. When you talk about markets, boring is good. So, um, I won't say we're exactly boring due to yesterday's action, but if you were to look at this and our closes being in the same area, that's actually a good thing. You want my money? My wife won't let you have it. You know me, Rob, I'll do anything, but stupid wife. She won't let me give it away. Oh yeah, goodbye TQQQ. I almost forgot about that. But this is like my option stuff, so yeah, I guess I could buy some TQQQ. Nasdaq's been actually lagging the SPY lately, so I wonder if we're going to go into um, a nice little run for these, you know, for these ones. I didn't know. Yeah, which is why you can't make majorly aggressive changes because, well, now I'm stuck in a situation. Don't get me wrong, my profits are great. I love them. I have no regret with the profits, but now I have a lot of cash and I don't want to put it into a willy-nilly trade and then lose it all. Yeah, TNA Russell 2000. Yeah, see that's up a bunch. Wow. Man, that really had a good day yesterday. Usually when it has, look at that, Russell past 2 days. Wow, we don't look at the Russell, but looks like we should have. Look at the Russell. See, that's some bullish action right there. We don't get volume with this particular instrument, but that one greatly played over the high or the opening high for the Russell yesterday. That's pretty impressive, yeah. RH right back, man. Damn. Ah, feel a little bit like I need a bunch of positions. Yeah, no doubt, Rob. Yeah, TNA. Yeah, what's up with your comments being late, Rob? What the hell? Be up 18% right now. Boeing? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. KG. Ellie said he liked that yesterday. Yeah, not for me. Never mention KG ever again, Rob. Ever again. You think? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like that volume. That volume's good. But there's no pop here. And I don't I don't really like you that much. I was actually just thinking the same thing, Ellie. I was just thinking the same thing. Kona Gold? Is this the is this the MJ drink one? Yeah, MJ drinks. Hmm. I don't know. 2 cents, I can afford 1 billion shares. That should make me rich, right? Once it just see here's the trap of the penny stock. Once you find if you ever find yourself saying it's just got to get to $1, then you've already lost. If you ever find yourself saying that, not a good thing. That's right. Gosh, what would 50,000 shares even cost me? Like $100? Math isn't working in my brain right now. Well, 2 cents, so 50 would be $1, so $1,000. I'm not even sure if it's worth $1,000. Maybe $200, but I don't know. If you're gonna make me go on a fundamental analysis for KG while the market's rocking, I don't know. AMD up, Roku actually not too bad. MongoDB, Okta, Tesla still down, UAL still down, NIO down. Well, Ellie, I mean, if you like the NIO trade, you're actually if you sold yesterday, you're able to buy another share or two of NIO today. So there you go. If you're interested in that. Look, I mean, I've seen these penny stocks do crazy-ish, you know. It's just so hard to believe they actually will. And are energy drinks even cool anymore? Do the kids still do the energy drinks? I don't know. I saw some dude, restoration harder 1.64%. You're killing me. Um, yeah, see, Ellie, I feel like that was just a pause. We're going back up, but that's why I say it's hard. I mean, I've got lots of positions. Well, not lots, but I got a few positions, but they're not performing at the moment, which always seems bad when the market's running. Like if the market was making profit and if market's up and I'm up, I don't care. But there's a little bit of FOMO if the market's up and I'm not. You know what I mean? Like chips have been stalling out a little bit today. This is one of my larger positions, a Soxel, and then UAL, which today is stalling not doing much. Not the end of the world though. But if this thing has, another couple of big ass up days, then I'll be pretty good to go here. But I don't know, with as much cash as I have, I'm like, man, I'm gonna miss out on the next 30, 40,000. Don't like that feeling. But yeah, I also don't want to just rush into something because maybe TQ is the best bet to go. You see, the other bad part, if I jump into TQQQ, I guess I could do partial in TQQQ because if I sell and try to jump into options, I gotta wait 2 days in the Roth. I hate that. Work. Yeah, it's not bad. It also has earnings coming up though too, Ellie. That's the problem. 6-4's got earnings. Why isn't it running with the rest of the names? Now it's not a cloud name. Workday actually is a software development firm. So, but it is just above this little base here. Yeah, it's up 10%. I guess it could have a big pop, but I don't know. Just seems tough. Yeah, I kind of agree with you a little bit, Ellie. I mean, at some point, space is gonna. I mean, it already had a huge monster run. At some point, it's gonna do another one. I just don't know if it's so close to the last one. I think if you like space, you just hold some. I could. Well, yeah, I guess I could add more. Yeah, well, keep in mind your your mom and pops aren't going to space. You're talking about, billionaires going to space, maybe some millionaires going to space, and they just got some government funding too. So for satellites and stuff. AMD 1%. What? Oh, there we go. Getting back up towards the highs. Mm. Rob's got a very valid point. A very valid point. See, AMD, man, I should have just put everything in AMD yesterday. That would have been a bomb ass trade. Just everything in AMD. That was a good trade yesterday. I was actually confident in the AMD trade. I wasn't nervous about any kind of size. Yeah, I guess I could. AMD's up too far. And it hurts put. uh yeah, no thank you. All right, so check out the Workday Alexion. Whoa, Alexion looking good right there on the daily chart. Nice little gappy gap. Fight over patient may end soon. Wow, one patient, huh? Yeah, I could do Tesla. I want to Amazon up here. Not that I don't like Amazon, but I think Tesla's a lot more upside potential. $2,400 stock is, well, I guess Tesla's going to be there soon. Well, the problem here is I mean, it could drop from here. If it drops, say it drops just to the 50 day, it actually shows you some institutional support, which is kind of new for Tesla. Tesla doesn't really obey its 50-day line, but the fact it'll probably be added to the S&P 500 in the next year at some point will give it some validity to that. Oh, look, it bounced off the 200 line. I don't even know. I don't remember identifying the 200 line down there at that $400 range, but that was good. No, well, I don't know. I think the best thing to do is just hold cash until I got a warm fuzzy. If I if I rush into a trade, I will lose a lot of that money. It'll just go away. It'll evaporate. I probably won't even have done anything wrong. It'll just evaporate. It's the way options are sometimes. MongoDB. I like the Mongo trade. Nice little bobble. Maybe if we come back down and test lows again, I can jump in. Tilray option trade, what was that one doing? Yeah, I got in and out of that one relatively quickly. No, it's actually not bad. Yeah, it's actually not bad. Looks like I shouldn't have bounced out. That was the market. The day the market was down, and I was getting out of all my small trades. Tilray was a small trade. It doesn't look too bad here, really. Really. Oh, for options, yeah. You know what? I don't think Tesla goes down. I don't think their volatility price is reduced ever. It's I looked at the options and it's still super expensive. Oh no, let's look at it again. Let's look at Tesla options play again. Did I save one? I did not. So the question on Tesla is where could we go and by when? I usually like to take longer term options in these scenarios because timing it is so difficult. Um, the question, so if this thing breaks up, you're looking at a 20% gain as your typical IBD stuff, but I don't think Tesla's going to do typical IBD stuff. I think it's going to, so that's about 1,039. I almost think it'll do a measured move from 400 to 800 and from 800 to 1200. So I've been kind of playing with 1200 as my target for Tesla. The question is when's it going to get there? As tight as this pattern as this stock has been lately, I mean, in theory, it could do it by the end of the year, but that gains across the board about 125%. So it's a 50% gain on the stock and 125% on the option, which isn't great. It's not bad, but it's not. I like to see like if it's over 200 and the setup's good, it's almost a no-brainer. 150 is in that middle range where so 125 is a little under that middle range. But at the same time, having a lot of confidence in Tesla, it's just the it's just the timing of it. Yeah, it's not that great. It's really not that great for a longer term option. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll take 125%, but you have a lot of risk on the table because it's an option by default. So that's a little bit, yeah, it's a little risky. I'd rather just buy, like you said, just buy the stock probably for 50% there. Now, if we're in a situation where we start throwing, tons of good signals, then I could be a little bit more intrigued by the option play. Actually, is this a pocket pivot? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. No, it is not. But we are entering low volume territory here on Tesla, which is a bit intriguing. So I kind of like that. I kind of like low volume in our little base here. So that's actually I like that a lot. Not quite ready to jump in on a huge option. That says it's 232 days, which is quite a bit. If you give it to December, you only go up to 135 roughly, and then 150 for November. So that would be here. This would be November. Gone till November. I don't remember what that damn song sounds like. Great song though. So that's November. And if it starts to pump, I think that's easily manageable. But it could just walk up even. I mean, that would be pretty good for walking up. 150% for November. And then if this starts to pump, that 150 will quickly drop down in price percentage performance. 180 for October, 200 to 220 for September. So you can see it gets pretty crazy pretty quick in terms of time frame. And then at the same point, you have to take into consideration this is um, a large stock at this point, so your options are you're going to tie up a good amount of capital, like a lot of capital. Lumber liquidator is 16% right now. That's some good volume. Tough to get involved now, though. Let's see what the market's doing. Ring up 4.7, extending up for the day. LVGO off the lows. Okta looking good. IPH. Okay, I was looking at IPHI option. I was thinking about it because this thing is basically just in a stark uptrend. And I've always had a theory about trading these in these very frozen rope type of uptrends. And this has a lot of accumulation the past 4 days. and it's not, super crazy in terms of its moves. Now it is in the upper part of the range. I don't like that. It would be better to buy it in the lower part, but last time we kind of stayed up for a while, so I don't know. This one's going to be tricky to try to get into. 10% to 140. Yeah, see, that's only 50%. I can't do that one. LVGO. Regeneron. This one's interesting. Just pulled back to the 50-day moving average. Actually, is holding pretty well. Um, on the weekly chart, you're near an all-time high. So this one could be. It's already had a long-term turnaround break point. This one could be an all-time high breakout here as the Nasdaq's up 0.42%. Yeah, I think I got a TQQQ it, at least half of it. It's just too much cash. I'll find something tomorrow to buy. Well, I just bought TQQQ. I'm like, I gotta do something. Um, it was about 30%, a little over 30%. So market's gonna roll over now. I just bought TQQQ. A little bit of FOMO, a little bit, but really, I needed to put that cash into something, and Ellie's right. Should have gone to TQQQ. I probably just did. I honestly probably just did. It happens like that sometimes. I still have those impulses as well. I've just learned to tamper them down sometimes. Sometimes. At least it wasn't an options play. See, what I and see this is kind of the harder part for me is that once you're up big, trying to keep that money is is difficult. I've been up big about 3, 4 times in the account now. I think this is my third time I'm up big. Maybe fourth, depends on how you consider big. But anyway, um, a lot of those other times I've actually given up decent chunks of those gains, getting in super aggressive positions. Like I did something really dumb in Starbucks. I think you guys were witness to that. That murdered a really really nice gain. Absolutely destroyed it. Gave most of it away. So I'm not doing that this time. Yeah, I mean, look, the TQQQ, it's aggressive. You guys know that it's an aggressive play, but it's not an options play. It's not an options play. So, and I can exit at any time without any major consequence. I just can't trade that fund for 2 days. So, yeah. But without a real major, I mean, there's no major edge right now in a lot of charts. So I do feel like that TQ is a good way to go. Yeah, right? What the hell? No more coffee trading. Ellie's right. No more beverage trades. So that means KG's out. Out! All right, what's something that we've forgotten about? Name something we used to know, used to follow, and don't anymore because that's what's going to run. Oh, ACB going up a little bit. Alexion on a gappy gap. Hexo with all the volume in the world. Wow. Hexo's actually, that's not too bad. From a volume and a price action perspective, this is pretty decent. Don't know if I want to get majorly aggressive, but if we're gonna have ACB run, Hexo has options? No freaking way. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if it's, I don't know, penny stock with options. That just seems like it's gonna rip my throat out. That's not a bad setup right there, actually. Get up to what? 1.5 maybe? Yeah, that's so weird. That's not even worth it. That's just too weird. Too weird. All right, workday. No, I'm not enthused on the gap right there. I don't like the action. Kind of churning up there. Churning's no good. CGC not so bad here. You got looks like some dedicated buying, but you've been tricked a lot on these MJ names. Tilray's looking pretty good though. I mean, I know you just sold it, Ellie, but we had the cup and handle. I mean, so far that's worked out pretty well. Unfortunately, I sold my option. I'd be up probably a bunch. This one could keep going. We're over highs. We got breakout volume. This is on a run, actually. Tilray. So maybe MJ's for real. Maybe. What was my Tilray play? 215, 121, 2022. Um, I think I actually bought that one. Yeah, I did. I did buy that one. 215 for the $10 strike price. It's at $3 now, so that would have been almost a 50% return on that. And that for a price target of 30, which I think is still manageable. That's still a 567% trade. It was 830 when I put it 830 when I put it on. By the 15 for, you know what? I may put that, I don't know. That actually looks good. Look at the volume in here. Very elevated volume. This We're in an uptrend now. Moving averages are moving up. We're going to maybe find some resistance at the 200 daily moving average. I don't know. That's a tough one. I put Tilray on the actionable list. It's already actioning. See, get that analysis, man. I should have just left it. This was the one I was bobbling on too because it was such a long-term trade. It wasn't like a it was a small trade, but yeah. I don't like it when I do shit like that. Look at the selling pressure yesterday, non-existent. Look at that. Look at intraday. The sell-off compared to the buy candle up here. 600% still pretty good. And that's going up to 2022. This thing gets a fire up its ass. It could get to 30 quick. If you go to the end of the year, you're looking at over a 10x on a lot of the names. If it gets to 30 by the end of the year, well, January. Yeah, it's too far gone already, I think. That's December, not January. Oh yeah, you're still at a 10x if it does 30 by January. This one's getting close. Takes you to 26, that particular trend line. I don't know. LL pulling up. Oh yeah, there. Yep. Look at that volume, man. No. That was a huge spike. I thought of an option strategy where I take all these like long potential ones and just buy one option, probably, be a few $100 and just let it play out. If it 10x's, it'll pay for 10 losers. And something like Tilray. I'm not sure how that would play in real life, but you'll probably get 10 losers for the one that works. So it'll probably be a break even proposition, but that's a lot of volume down here though, boys. And yeah, the 2022 on Tilray, I thought it was 600%. It's 400%. Wasn't it just 600%? ACB gone right there. How up is my ACB trade? What was it going back to 20? Still pretty good. Good volume this morning. So we got some volume. That's good. Yeah, we're still in bull market, boys. Man, MongoDB 4%. What? How to get to HEI? Hate it when I click on something and it doesn't show up. Jump back in that bad boy. Still's a good looking run. Soxel's flat. That's good. All right. So what else have we forgotten about? Let's go. Let's go look around. AMC hasn't quite started its rally back through yet. Stone ADS. Manitowoc, our buddy Manitowoc, yesterday broke our trend line, pulling back today. Not so sure that's such a tragedy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So one pocket pivot there. This one's a pocket pivot. I like the pullback on Manitowoc. Can move up to the 15 level, be a 50% gainer. Volume today is pretty low. Yeah, some big red candles, but not a lot of volume behind them. It's a nice pocket pivot, though. That's pretty good. What do we say? Maybe up to 20? Oh, 15? 14? Question with Manitowoc is time frame. That's pretty good. 150% up to 167. Not bad. MongoDB. Kind of breaking its trend lines here to the upside. Market up 0.6%. So I didn't tank the market, luckily. Yeah, I think Tilray, I mean, it's already up a bunch, but it's still kind of loosely in a manageable position. Man, those percentages are insane. Soxal positive now. I see the whole market trying to turn around. UAL still down 5%. Eek. Guys, hold on a few minutes. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. CVU. Well, a lot of volume there. Not doesn't look like good volume either. 14 million in purchase orders from Boeing. Um, One thing about the stock market, and probably the stock market in particular, is they really like continuous earnings. So I don't one contract from Boeing, don't know if it really qualifies. They're not showing a lot of confidence in it already. Just avoid it. Just in the headlines today. There's a lot of them in the headlines every day. So we don't need to be rushing to every headline stock. All right, used to be hanging up there. NASDAQ almost 0.7% now. See what happens with that. Haven't seen Etsy in a while. Looks like it's already fully recovered. Boeing has not. Boeing could, but yeah, good green volume lately. Definitely a lot of selling pressure off the table this morning. There seems to be a little bit though. Definitely some selling pressure this AM. Liquidators stalling a little bit. ACB looks like stalling at this high, whatever high that is. Just some high. It's not even nothing really of importance, but a little bit of stalling there. Worked able to hold up, volume diminishing, so that's not too bad. Hasn't really sold off too much. Looking a little bit better. Alexian on the gap and go there could be interesting. OCR Hexo. VFF, another MJ name if I'm not mistaken. Well, these really tiny MJ names, they're just piling into them. I'm not sure if it's short covering, but looks a little bit better than short covering. VFF, another MJ name. These MJs, man. What's actual MJ doing? Actually, great. Wow. Where the fuck have I been? I had another MJ trade that I sold out of too, and I sold out of my small ones. That was a mistake. Yeah, I sold that. Damn. Which one was that? That was $16 call. January 15th, $16 call. 105. So yeah, it just almost doubled. Yeah, that's it. Fuck. Yeah, see, it arbitrarily got out there on the 19th. Stupid. That was the 20th, I guess. The day right before it started rallying. Yeah, figure out what the hell you're doing, Randy. Yeah, I think MJ's going from here. Damn it. I saw it early and I shook myself out of it. I hate that. Look at the volume signatures too. Holy bejesus. Beautiful on this thing. Look at that right there. Super low volume. Big pop up, testing the market, no selling pressure, and it's off. Not even sure what the play is here now. Damn it, we had it right. I hate making dumb mistakes because usually don't get a tremendous amount of great opportunities. And I think that MJ trade was a great opportunity. Question is where. It's like I had 22 as the target, which was obviously going to get hit. Hmm. 471% now is 100%. Yeah, can't do that. That's stupid. Well, they were waiting for something. I think the MJ investors were waiting for something. And whatever ACB, I don't even remember what ACB said, to be honest with you, what their earnings and stuff were. But yeah, you're right. It could have been. I mean, you can't put in a cup and handle on nothing. It's exactly what we had on Tilray, and MJ was a cup and handle. Then we came back and shook out and then launched up. See all the volume here since the shakeout action? All the volumes after that. So freaking I had it good right there too. That's so annoying. Damn, that was good. We had it. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll get a second shot. Maybe it'll stall up here and we'll have a low volume pullback and be able to buy some. Remind me to put MJ. We need to look at MJ every day, or at least the MJ stocks. Maybe not necessarily MJ specifically, but it should be part of the rotation. It's an ETF, so I think it's valid. Trade Desk joining the multiple percent club, up almost 3%. Ooh, my TQQQ is up 0.4%. Yes. Well, that's over triple the point one for the Nasdaq, so that's pretty good. It's pretty excellent. VTIQ up at the top here. What are you doing, VTIQ? What is this one again? I already forget. What did VTIQ do? This is someone bought them, or they bought someone, and it doesn't. Oh, it's electric cars? No. Oh yeah, it's electric trucks. That's what this one is. This is electric trucks. Okay. Well, I forgot about this one the past couple of days. Looks like it's pretty happy up here. Actually, looks like a cup and handle. Look at that. It's fairly promising right there, actually. Very short term, but not too bad. It's Nicola. MongoDB, 4%. I knew I'd regret getting out of some of those names. Probably both of them, actually. I should have just held both of them. Man, VTIQ has a lot of options for kind of a little garbage nothing stock. What? I don't know what you mean, Rob. What do you mean? At this market cap? I don't know what would change. I don't think anything would change. Is it not going to? I guess what's the concern? All right, let's look it up a little bit. Oh, stock twits. That's always a good read. VTIQ does warrant get converted into. Huh. Warrants are no brainer at this point. Under $14. To put it simply, it's like a it. Uh, to put it simply, it's like buy a $25 call for June 2nd. How can you buy warrants on VTIQ? Warrants. Hmm. This is interesting. Permanent question I'm getting right now is what the heck's going on with Vector IQ and the VTIQW? Oh, okay. Answered my question. So that's a warrant to acquire the stock. Well, that didn't help. That's weird. Company deserves its own space. Stock warrants and units. Huh. I'll put this article if you guys want to read it. Looks like it's pretty actually pretty good. One share of Vector IQ will translate to one share in the new company to be called Nikola. One warrant in Vector IQ will become one warrant in Nikola. The warrant gives the holder the right to purchase a share of the underlying security at 11.50 for 5 years and can be exercised 30 days after the close of the business's combination. There's a caveat to this. If the stock were to close above 18 for 20 out of 30 days following the business combination, which means the company officially becomes Nikola, the company can redeem the warrants for what essentially amounts to a cent. If called for redemption, the warrant holder can allow it to be redeemed. No one would. Sell the warrants on the open market or exercise the warrant and buy shares. That's weird. For instance, as I'm typing this, VTIQ is at 34.52 and the warrant is trading at 12.81. Doesn't take a math genius to add 11.50, the exercise of the warrant, to 12.81 and come to the 24.31. Significant discount to the 34.52. In fact, one might believe VTIQW should be trading higher, but note that this is currently like a European settlement option. The warrant can't be exercised early and the discount immediately realized. Head to the options market, buy an in-the-money put on VTIQ, buy the warrant and arbitrage the difference. Market makers aren't that stupid. Go out to the lockup period. Hmm. That is a very complicated thing that's going on there. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. I'm not too familiar with the stock and the warrants and the selling put strategy. It's interesting. I just never seen it before. Any upside arbitrage impossible. Weird. That is complicated. I don't have the brain power for that. Rather just play